there's a lot to learn about writing, so perhaps inevitably there's a lot of writing advice on the internet. However, the creative process for each writer is going to be a bit different. So like advice that works for one writer might set you back by like a week or a month or like a year. Hopefully not a year, but yeah, a piece of writing advice really isn't inherently good or bad. In general, it really just depends on how it works for you personally, which leads me to the topic of today's video, which is the advice that screwed me over, which was write the book you want to read. I mean, at first this seems like a no-brainer that this would be like applicable to like all writers for several reasons. One, writers are generally readers. They like reading. They have certain genres, types of characters, etc. that they like to read. The idea is that you'll enjoy writing something that you also enjoy reading. And because you already know what you love to read, this helps you choose what to write. Two, new writers tend to stress a lot about what to write and simplifying it down to like, would I want to read this idea that I am thinking of? That can really help with the decision-making process and help the writer spend less time overthinking everything and more time writing. So yeah, can be a good streamlining method of the workflow, the creative flow. The third reason is that fun is an important part of the process, all work and no play and all that. So if you have fun reading a type of book, then like, yeah, you might have fun writing it, and that would make the writing process like more bearable. The fourth reason is that often new writers basically start off by being like, I would like to read a book where the main character is like me, or I wish there was a book that combined all these weird things that I love. No one else will do it, so I guess it's up to me. Yeah, so like that, this idea of writing what you want to read, that works pretty naturally with these really common thoughts that new writers have. So yeah, like this advice is in and of itself pretty reasonable. Knowing if some advice is going to work for you or not, it basically involves self-knowledge and understanding and trial and error. And some advice that works for you one time may not work for you later. For example, you notice that like in those 4 reasons I mentioned just now, I mentioned new writers a lot. I mean, in general, I feel like the advice of write what you want to read is just going to be more applicable to new writers than to experienced writers. That's just my personal guess though. Tell me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. However, this is, as I said, it's pretty good advice. It's pretty useful. But it just, it doesn't work for me. And I don't think that's necessarily because I'm no longer a new writer. There are 2 reasons that the advice of write the book you want to read doesn't work for me right now. And there is a good reason and there is a bad reason for that. And the good reason is that I like to read stuff that I hate writing right now. So like, would I read a rom-com like the Austenland books by Shannon Hale? Oh yeah, I mean, I own them both. Would I like writing them? Not really, because I need my books to have fantastical elements, be it fantasy or sci-fi, something like that. Without those kinds of things, like, it's no fun. It's no fun at all. I have written plain fiction without any fantastical elements, and I do not like it. Not at all. So maybe one day I'll change my tune, but that's how it is. And then the bad reason of why write the book you want to read doesn't work for me is that I greatly and ironically enjoy bad stories. So like fun bad stories, like dorky Hallmark movies, the Twilight books, Venom, and all that fun stuff. I even enjoy, oh my gosh, like last time my co-writer and I hung out, like we watched the Descendants movies, the Disney's Descendants movies. They're awful, but oh my gosh, were they fun to watch. I mean, like a roasting kind of way. Oh my goodness. Some of the songs aren't that bad. I mean, they're severely auto-tuned. But anyways, this is getting off topic. So anyways, bad stories that are fun. I greatly enjoy them in an ironic way. But obviously, yeah, I would never want to write anything like them, because like if I was going to follow the advice of write what you love to read, it wouldn't end well. It would not end well. So, in general, if anyone ever tells you this piece of writing advice is perfect, or this writing advice works for everyone, or this advice will fix your problems guaranteed, take those words with a grain of salt, or maybe like a big tablespoon of salt, because honestly, I've been having something of a creative chaos for the past couple of years. Hello, wall of shame and all my stories on it that have been abandoned. And trying to follow this overall pretty solid advice just set me back further. So there's no such thing as perfect writing advice. Let me know your thoughts down below on this piece of advice, or maybe if it made you think of another, piece of writing advice you'd want to talk about. Comment down below and let me know, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye bye!